Hello guys, welcome to the latest excuse me, the latest episode of Every Platform. Excuse my cough, it's still slowly going away. For some reason, whenever I get a cough, it takes forever to go. It's really annoying. Anyway, we're here at Flint station, located on the North Wales coastline. As you can tell, today's video is in North Wales, and for now officially marks the shortest Every Platform trip we've ever had, because it's just me and Tay. Hello Tay. Look at him. He's tired. It was an early start. 05:48 out of Wolverhampton. But we're here and it's about 20 past 7.
20 past 7?
Sorry, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I wasn't looking. Sorry, I was looking at the departure board, that's why. And now you're awake. Anyway, so this station, Flint, serves Avanti West Coast to Holyhead and London Euston and Crewe, or via Crewe, and sometimes terminate there. Also says Transport for Wales services going to Manchester Airport, Birmingham International, and towards Llandudno and Holyhead. So yes, today's going to see a lot of Welsh, and today also sees the visit of the massively known Llanfire pool, but obviously we're going to get to that later. So yeah, if you're wondering, yes, it is being featured today.
And I have learned the pronunciation.
He's learned it, so have I. We're going to attempt it when we get there.
You learned it, you didn't tell me.
I did actually, you weren't listening. Anyway, so this station, Flint, actually won the Best Station Award in 2008. And when I say Best Station, I mean like National Rail's Best Station Award. It certainly doesn't look as if it would win any awards now, because it looks a bit rusty and run down at this point. But yeah,
Yes, mate.
if you do check out any updates on posts and trips, please check out my Facebook group. Also check out my Instagram for story updates. And yeah, that is the plan. The plan today is to cover the North Wales coastline for the majority part. The only two stations that will not be featuring today are Conwy Bay and Abergele and Penson. The rest of them will be featured today. The reason for the other two not being featured is allowing for a return to North Wales to do the Conwy Valley line. So yes. Yeah, so without further ado, let's begin today's Every Platform episode from North Wales. Let's begin. So, we're not here for very long here at Flint. So, the plan now is to wait for the 0710 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Manchester Airport. It's the first service off Manchester Airport of the day, and will be formed of, I think, 175 116, thanks to real-time trains. As you know your train. Yeah, so we're not here for very long. It's only a quick stop here at Flint, but we are on the move shortly to Prestatyn, the next station along the line. See you soon. So something I don't normally do in episodes of Every Platform is do the entrance of the station, which is something I used to do, but not as much as I do anymore. But since we've got time here, this is Flint station entrance. And as you go in, what Tay noticed as well is they've actually put in, is it like in a Reva style seat wicket?
Well, I think it might be First Northwestern.
First Northwestern, well, you can see for yourselves when we walk in.
And also when you've done that, come back outside, there's a foot.
Have a look for yourselves. Why am I coming back outside? There is also a sculpture here. It's a foot sculpture which mounts the station right outside. I did forget about this.
Almost got the toenail massive.
Oh like, yeah, is it ingrown at all?
Oh god.
Better not be.
Is there sock dirt in there?
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, for some reason it's just a massive foot.
He's got
It represents something.
He's got all his feet. He's got all his toes.
Answers in the comments who wants to cut his toenails. Alright, coming in now, it's going to be 0710 Transport for Wales service to Llandudno from Manchester Airport. And this service will be taking us to Prestatyn.
Not on this YouTube channel, am I?
You're alright.
We've got the voice.
Well,
You got the voice, but that's about it.
We can get the bait from that.
175 116 indeed. We'll update you when we reach Prestatyn. Right, we're now arriving into Prestatyn, the next station on the plan today. He warned about the noise of these doors, by the way.
My bank's about to get pushed by the door.
Not very good, is it?
Very good. Oh, blue. There's my finger. Hello.
Ready? It's gonna make a loud noise. Here we are, Prestatyn. Yeah, he is. That was a guy we spoke to, a Scouse guy at Flint. He fell asleep and missed this stop and ended up in Flint instead.
Well, even though he's had a night out one time, he's very friendly.
Yeah, he was very friendly. Right, anyway, 175116 is now going to head off and go to Llandudno. Next stop for it will be Rhyl, following Prestatyn. So welcome to Prestatyn. As you can tell already, this station had a disused platform, which is now kind of used for sculptures and flower beds, which is quite nice. It's also got like a little windmill thing with a scarecrow on it, as you do. Yeah, there's a full island platform with quite a big footbridge, and yeah, we'll see more about the station in a minute, but this is Prestatyn. Okay, arriving now is going to be the 0745 Transport for Wales service to Maesteg from Holyhead. And this one is 175101. Sun is beginning to come out here at Prestatyn now, which is nice. We'll see this one leave in a minute. Okay, departing out now is 175101, heading over on the 0745 service to Maesteg. So, the fact about this station to add,
It stinks.
it does stink of damp. That is one big problem with it. The other thing is that the station actually got remodelled in 2012. So as you can tell, the ticket hall looks fairly new, because it is. The station building has been remodelled, and the two platforms have been remodelled into an island, ultimately with the disused platform now being made redundant, if you like. So yeah, it's basic two platform station with platform 2 for trains towards Llandudno, Holyhead and excuse me, my throat's backing up today, and platform 1 for trains towards Chester. So yeah, our next stop, we're now actually going to go towards the nearer to Holyhead direction, and we're going to go to the next station, which is Rosnega. So yes, Rosnega it's called. It's a station that, if you say it wrong, could sound horrendously controversial, but luckily we didn't. So yeah, yeah, we'll update you soon. Okay, arriving in now is the 0750 Transport for Wales service from Crewe to Holyhead, and this train will be ours. It is 158818 and 821. Now we're going to take this to Rosnega, and we'll see you when we get there. Right, we've now made it to Rosnega. This station looks incredible. gonna watch 158s head out, 818 and 821. And there's also an Avanti West Coast service coming.
Probably 102.
So there goes the 158s, and also passing through is an Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Holyhead. (221-102). The same one we got that you saw depart Flint. Here we are at Rosniger, the station, just for reasons that I feel more comfortable with. I've repronounced the name of the station. It's probably not right, but you know,
Safety first.
Safety first. Anyway, so this station serves the very small village of Rosniger, which is located in Anglesey. So we are technically at the moment on an island. So we're actually away.
Technically in the middle of nowhere.
We're actually in the middle of nowhere as well. This station serves one train every 2 hours, and it's a service to Holyhead and a service to Birmingham International.
So you're telling me the same service pattern as this?
Yep. Right. Anyway,
this seems more because
so the station is incredibly scenic. It's literally desolate, or almost desolate if you look beyond there. There is obviously the village sort of. There's a caravan park over there, and the station building is really nice. Obviously they've retained the old little shelter over there, which is concrete built, but obviously they've knocked it down on this little house next door to the station. But it must be pretty expensive to live in, I can imagine. But it's probably one of your second homes, I can imagine. Anyway, so without rambling on too much, yeah, add on some facts in a minute. This is Rosniger. So just to give you an idea about this station, so the concrete building you see here was built in 1953. Now on the other side of the platform, on platform 2, there was also another one, but that one got knocked down and changed into basic waiting shelter facilities. Meanwhile, this one was opened in 1953, yeah, and it has and it's been retained ever since. So yeah, it's quite amazing really how they have actually retained the whole thing. Obviously you can tell by the looks of it that 1953 is about right. Yeah, so to get across the platforms is kind of weird as well. So you've got 2 platforms there, gates to go in and out, and you walk down the hill here. And then the access point to get between the platforms is underneath this little road bridge down here, which runs alongside a main road. Mind you, it's not really a main road, it's more of a country lane. That's kind of what it feels like, but it is a main road in the words of Anglesey. So yeah, there's a lot of farmland, private owned land. You can see some horses down there eating. So yeah, Anglesey's got a lot of it, private owned land, because obviously it's so desolate and it's so easy to keep things like farm animals here and let them have their wide open space. And also, fun fact, this line has rail replacement happening very soon in July, early mornings and late nights. So bus replacement from Holyhead all the way down to Llandudno Junction. That's going to be a good 2 hours. How fun. So yeah, this is the access point. We'll update you soon. There is a train due soon, so we'll probably see that. The other thing of note here, guys, as well, is the little waiting shelter inside here, which was also concrete built. So yeah, and then as you walk alongside here, what you can probably see here is the remnants of what looks like it could have been a ticket office or some sort of ticket building that sold tickets a long time ago. But yeah, this platform is for Llandudno Junction and Chester and onwards. The other platform is for Holyhead. Right, we have got something passing through, I just realised as well, which we won't tell you what it is yet, but we'll see if it comes through. Okay, arriving in now is the 0940 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International from Holyhead. It is 158821818 again. Goes the 0940 service to Birmingham International. Next stop for that one will be T-Cloyce. So there we go. That isn't the surprise, by the way. There is something else in a minute, but we'll see if it comes through. We've got to see if it runs first. Right, so the surprise is running. It's a 67, and you can tell by Tay's arm, he's very, very happy. And it's on a driver test going to Crewe. Carriage 82226. Brilliant pass. 67013, a DB red 67 on the front, on the loco. We'll see that hopefully a bit later on. So yeah. Right, next stop for us is Valley. Don't forget bus. We're not going to do the bus clips anymore. Decided to edit them out because this is the train channel and I kind of want to keep it like that. So yeah, update you soon. Right, so we've now reached excuse me, we have now reached Valley station. This station has a tiny platform, and during COVID this station was actually closed due to social distancing being unable to be done, just due to the fact that the platform is so short and people waiting at the station was the risk of it spreading. And during obviously the pandemic lockdown, that was obviously a big thing that they had considered. Nowadays though, it was actually criticised by the local MP as well, thinking that it shouldn't have been because there was enough room, but that's what it is. Valley station is the last station before you reach Holyhead, so it's on the Isle of Anglesey again, and it has a lovely little signal box there as well. It serves trains normally to Cardiff and Birmingham. So they do alternate their calling points though. Valley is a bit different to like Badorgan, T-Croyce and Rosniger, in the sense that Valley is kind of called at by a different pattern. It's kind of weird because it's close to Holyhead. Anyway, so that's the station, and we're now going to go to Holyhead terminus before then making to get back on the same train, of course, but we'll show you around the station.
Within the 10 minutes.
About 15 minutes or so, innit? Something like that. Anyway, yeah, we'll update you soon when the train gets here. This is Valley. I'm sorry it's not a massive clip, but yeah, we're heading to Holyhead next. Okay, here we have 15213.
TFW livery. RTT.
And there is a 153 on the rear. But obviously we'll see that when we get to Holyhead. For now though, it's time to get on the train and head to Holyhead. Right, we've now reached Holyhead station. My God, it's got a lot of work going on at the moment. So this station, terminus point in the North Wales coastline. We'll speak more about it in a minute. So here we are at Holyhead. Okay, so we've now reached Holyhead. The terminus point of the North Wales coastline. This station serves Transport for Wales services and Avanti West Coast as well. Avanti serve here a few times a day going to London and Crewe, whilst TFW do services to Cardiff Central and via Chester, and also Birmingham International via Chester, and they alternate every hour to go wherever. So the next one is actually going to Maesteg, whilst this next one here, the 1128 to Birmingham International. So yeah, quite offensively, they stuck 150 and a 153 on it, which I actually can't quite believe, but they have done it. 152 on 3 being the front. Now the station itself is also integrated in with a ferry terminal called Port of Holyhead. So what we're going to do, we're going to spend a little bit of time going to see that, and then we'll come back and head back to the next station. We haven't got long here, we've just got a turnaround time here. There's a hell of a lot of scaffolding, but yeah, that is Holyhead station. So here we have outside of Holyhead, and as you can tell, this station, this area is incredible. So this massive bridge up here links up to the town centre. There is actually a walrus over there that's closed now, obviously. Over there is a 197 as well, which is sat over there in the Holyhead car sidings. Outside the station here, it's extremely run down. It just doesn't look like a station that really you would see. But yeah, scaffolding everywhere. The roof actually has been retained, but obviously they're doing work to it to obviously keep it maintained. So yes, we're now going to head over to the ferry terminal and see that. That's the outside of Holyhead. Now inside here is the Port of Holyhead terminal, where Stena Line and Irish ferries, because this station is, well, Holyhead itself is right next to the Irish Sea, so you can go right across to Dublin by ferry from here. Stena Line run most of the services from here, and they're actually advertised on journey planners as well, so you can actually plan your journey through that. But yeah, it's integrated right into Holyhead station, so that is useful. They've got a cafe, they've got the town centre, obviously they've got signage pointing you in the right direction, and these are the boarding gates over here, I believe. Obviously where you board to go on Irish ferries or Stena Line. But yeah, that's the idea, and obviously they brand it the North Wales Way, which is pretty cool. But yeah, obviously it's a really nice area. So these are rail tickets, so it's integrated into a railway ticket office as well, and you can rent a car from here as well. So that's the ferry terminal. That's about it for Holyhead. I think we're going to go back now and head back on the train. Next stop for us will be confirmed soon. So more outside the station. You can see obviously. Huh? Oh, cancel Avanti service. Oh dear, Avanti West Coast cancelled. That's not great. Good job we're not using them today, other than this morning. 153382 is the rear, which is an ex-GWR 153. Bit of nostalgia here. And that's going to be on the front now of the 1128 TFW service to Birmingham International. Can't believe I'm saying that about 153 and 150 going nearly 4 hours all the way back to International is quite ridiculous. 158s I understand because they're kind of more semi-regional, but again 4 hours is stupid for them, but this is ridiculous. Anyway, it's happened. We're getting on the 153. Our next stop is Llanfire Pool. Speak to you then. I have now made it to Llanfire Pool. It's going to be an interesting one. We are now here. It's quite busy actually. We'll watch the units go out and then we'll go from there. There's two of them. Yeah, 333 was the front. 2 153s just went past. But here we are, 150, 213 on the rear, 153 382 at the front. And we have now made it to what is probably the motherland of all stations in the UK, Llanfire Pool. But obviously we're going to do a little bit of a test of ourselves to try and pronounce it.
Shut up, you Welsh boys.
Well, he's tried. Well, yeah, but you're from Wales, so that's easy.
That's beside the point.
Anyway, so this station, away from its massive name, serves services to Holyhead and also services towards, towards a few places. Birmingham International and yeah, Shrewsbury, etc. Next train here is at 13:58. It's a long time. So yeah, we're actually going back on ourselves in this next one. We're on the 12:44 Holyhead service to T-Cloyce. But before we do, here's the footbridge. Nice little royal red colour. Actually a properly well looked after station. Now, away from the massive name of the station, another fact about this station is that it was a victim of 2 fires back in the 1860s. Sort of not concurrent. They didn't act, well, sort of not simultaneously after one another. So it wasn't consecutive. That's the word I'm looking for. But there was 2 fires here. But yeah, and the name of the station represents local areas. Parts of the local area. And yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pronounce it in Welsh, and then we're going to pronounce it and tell you what it means in English. So yeah, that is the plan. This is Llanfairpwll. I'll update you in a minute. Right, here goes nothing. Llanfairpwll, Gwyn Gil Goge, Yorquin, Drop Go Calnasidio Gogogog. I tried, I had a bit of a stutter there. Llanfairpwll, Gwyn Gil Goge, Yorquin, Drobo, Clandacilio, go go go. Yes, I did it. Yes, I'm happy. Right, I'm happy. It wasn't the best. I didn't do that quick. I know some people can do it quick, but you know, that's never ever going to be me. Happy days. And it only took me 2 attempts, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, so that's the station. It's crazy big station sign, but there we go. Okay, passing through now, we've got an Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead from Crewe. Should be 221110. Great tone from the driver as well. As that one heads to Holyhead. Next stop, Holyhead for that one. Okay, coming in now, it's the 12:44 service to Holyhead from Birmingham International. Here we've got Tay, he's requesting the train to stop because it is a request stop. And we have 158841. Update you when we get to T-Cloyce. Okay, we have now made it to T-Cloyce station. About to depart now is 158841 to head over to Holyhead from Birmingham International. Well, welcome to a very windy T-Cloyce station. Once again, what's that? Semaphore signal. Happy days.
3 nostalgia things. Semaphore, manual crossing, signal box.
Yep.
And step on the other platform.
That's awesome. Classic station. And once again, as Tay would say about Rosniger, middle of nowhere.
Wait, no, we need to actually do it. So, ask me the question again.
Where are we, Tay?
Please. We are in the middle of absolute Sud nowhere.
Scenic Nowhere. That's where we are. Stay stranded forever.
Screaming on the inside.
Well, kind of on the outside too, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, so yeah. For a start, the two waiting shelters, or at least one of them, is stone built. I think it's only this side that's stone built, but it's a classic built piece of railway architecture that's basically kept its history. He's screaming because he's stuck. This station does have a manual crossing. This station also has a signal box and also has semaphore signals. So it is very, very classic. This is like a classic station. The inside of this looks like a church, so we must pray for Tay. That rhymed. Hashtag pray for Tay. Yeah. Make sure you comment on the video saying hashtag pray for Tay. Anyway, so this platform is for Holyhead, and the other platform is towards Chester. And it's staggered as well. This is the other thing. Staggered platforms at T-Cloyce.
Except the other platform is very much shorter.
Yeah, very short platform on the other side. So yeah, this station, what's that? There used to be an old platform there as well.
I think it might have been a siding.
Potentially.
Because it doesn't look big enough to be a platform.
Could well have been, who knows. Anyway, so what we know about the station is that it serves one train every 2 hours between Birmingham International and Holyhead. Usually the Cardiff ones will stop here and Avanti pass through. Cardiff ones sometimes stop here. It's very mixed patterns around North Wales. That I can tell you for sure. I'll tell you for free. Yeah, so obviously there's a crossing in between. Now what happens basically, and this is an example at Llanfire Pool, which we didn't really see because it was quite far away, but we'll try and show you here if we have time, is that you do have situations where when a train comes along, the guys will come out of the signal box and basically close off the crossing, or actually no, they'll open it. So with some they close it, but what they do kind of, if we walk across it, is the guards will come out and do a pretend example. The guys will come out, they'll grab that basically, and they'll pull it all the way over there, and then so that it paves the way for the railway tracks for a passing or stopping train. So, and also because it's staggered, it's more important than Llanfire Pools was. Yeah, the thing you'll find with a lot of these disused stations is that they do not have any ticket machines, so you have to buy it on the train, and otherwise you are screwed.
I wonder what this is. This is very useful to my life.
Arriva Trains Wales font, so that's not what the font's called, but it's in the colours, which is quite nice. It kept a lot of classic heritage. Our train is the 1343 to Birmingham International, which funnily enough is 158841.
Oh my god, wow!
So yeah, we're waiting for it to come back. So yeah, now obviously this is what happens in an emergency, and given the fact we're in the middle of nowhere, I think Tay might be in need of a defibrillator very soon. So
they're able to be used in reverse.
The other thing to show you, and very quickly, and I'm just giving you a 5-minute tour of the station because I don't really want to be staggering it out in clips, is this, a little step.
I'm now 10 forward, don't you dare.
Now this is because, and the reason for this is because the station platform here is really short. If you look, it's almost level with the tracks. It's quite crazy. So yeah, more about the station soon, and if there's any trains, we'll see them. Okay, approaching T-Cloyce now is going to be the 1344 Transport for Wales service to Birmingham International from Holyhead. It's 158841 on its return. And my god, it's mental. Look at that. Right, I'll take you see. Right, we've now made it to Bedorgan. Another massive gap in the platform, as you can tell by the doors. So, a little message to the driver there. Are you stopping at Clanfair PG? In other words, Clanfair Pool. That's what they're nicknamed. It's nicknamed Clanfair PG. And that doesn't stand for parental guidance, it's just a shortened version of what the station's called. Anyway, so this is Bedorgan, and the platform once again is really tiny. There is a step over there. Now we know what that's for. That's to help people who are short or of more higher mobility issues, so like the elderly, to actually get onto the train. It's a massive, it's a step up. However, the other platform doesn't have that problem. It's only this platform that has it. It is really short.
It like people going to Holyhead, but not to Birmingham.
And if we can just describe it, getting on at T-Cloyce, what was it like?
Well, the woman who is the train manager is very short. She had to like yank herself up. She had to put effort into it. Me, because I'm like pretty tall, I didn't really have to put much effort into it.
If you also picture how a driver usually gets out of his cab,
Pretty much that.
it's basically what we had to do in terms of climbing onto it.
Are you stopping at Conwy Polygon?
I know. So, Bedorgan station, what's there to be said about it? Obviously got a level crossing like we've just seen behind me there. But as well as that, the station is only accessed by a barrier crossing, which is basically this. So you've got to be very careful with it. Not a lot of stations have barrier crossings, but to get between them you have to cross over the barrier crossing, and basically a barrier crossing is where, a bit like a road, you have to stop, look and listen and beware of trains. In other words, look both ways and make sure a train isn't coming instead of waiting for a car. Go on then. Bit like that. Or that. We could do that.
Into a cab.
I mean, that's not a good idea, but anyway. The station master's house apparently still remains. Probably that building over there on platform 1. And both waiting shelters are stone built. So yes, very similar to the stone built platform thingy, blobber.
Your foot easily gets stuck.
At somewhere which I've totally forgotten. Oh, at T-Cloyce, that was it. I think it was T-Cloyce anyway.
Next train should be in 5 minutes, but it is late.
Oh, is it? Great. Anyway, so we're now going to head over and grab a bus now to Bangor station.
Looks like a fire.
Oh yeah, some smoke coming up there. That's fun. Not fun at all, really. It looks like potentially a bonfire. Someone's just burning some stuff around here. Burning wood. Expect that around here. Yeah. So we're going to head over. So this is Bedorgan. So there's a village. Again, basically in the middle of nowhere. But that's what's the beauty of every platform, is we visit stations like this. Update you soon. Right, so next plan for us now. Again, this station we're not really seeing any trains at, because of the fact that there isn't really any due during the time that there is nothing here, and we need to leave shortly anyway. This is one of our shorter visits to Bedorgan, so that one is covered, and like I say, the crossing is pretty cool. But yeah, our next station is Bangor. We're actually going to get back into some sort of civilization, because Bangor is an actual facilitated station. So yeah, in a town. So yeah,
City, I don't know.
it's a city, Bangor. We'll update you soon. Right, hello everyone, we're back. We're now at Penmaen Mawr. So you remember I said to you, oh yeah, we're going to be going over to Bangor now. Well, we did, and then our train got cancelled. So basically, there was a trespass incident in between, where was it? In between Chester and Shotton. So ultimately 2 stations I've already done on this series, and they got disrupted. So yeah, anyway, so we decided we got the bus from Bedorgan back to Bangor, and then there was another bus which brought us here, and we're now back on plan again. So for somehow Bangor station will be covered at the end of the video today. as we've added an additional journey log onto today, which is going to involve us finishing at Bangor instead of finishing at Rhyl, which was the original plan. So Penmaen Mawr, this station is a request stop, and we're going to see what pops up here during our wait. Update you soon. Okay, passing through now is going to be the ECS set. It's going to be the WAG set going from Crewe to Holyhead on its return, which should be carriage 82226 and 67013. Absolutely brilliant, what a pass. That 67 sounded amazing. Right, that's Penmaen Mawr covered. The next station is going to be another one that sounds quite funny. Llandudno. We're going to go there next, update you when the train arrives to take us there. Right, so just to confirm on the 67, it was 67015. 013 went to Crewe and 015 came back. So I think they're swapping, like, they must be swapping around. So it's not the same one, but it's a different set. But there we go.
Yeah, it is a request stop.
Okay, arriving in now is the 1632 Transport for Wales service to Holyhead. We're taking this to Llandudno. We'll update you soon. Okay, now we're arrived into Llandudno. This is going to be our next stop. So there we are, and we'll see this one go out in a second. Okay, there goes 158839 and 158838, and they've just departed here at Llandudno, which is our next station. Here we are. This station serves, again, the services to Holyhead from Birmingham International / Cardiff. The pattern of stops is really weird. Like I say, it confuses the hell out of me, but you know, it is what it is. So this station is quite a basic one in comparison to a lot of the others we've been to today. So we're kind of brought back down to earth, I suppose, a little bit with this station. So, what facts did I find out about this station? Oh yes, it's next to the coastal A55 road, so you can basically hear that. It is right next to it. It's got step-free access. A lot of the other stations don't have that. This one does. And the station does have 2 stone shelters, and the footbridge still remains. Those are the facts. So the main one is that it is right next to the A55 coastal road. So yes.
Yeah, but then he's going to have to stand there looking at the lens.
And yeah, that's Llandudno. We'll see if anything comes through during our wait, but this is quite a brief one because the station is fairly standard. But yes. Right, quick update clip. So we're currently at a bus stop just outside called Plus with Birth, which is just outside of Llandudno station, about a few minutes away. And we're now going to get the bus over to Conwy. So I just wanted to let you know what we were doing next, because I didn't actually do it from the station. So we're heading to Conwy station now, and we'll update you when we get there. Right, so we've now made it to Conwy station. So the first thing to know about this station is it was originally called Conwy, but it was renamed to Conwy to, well, in the way it was, recognise the importance of the Welsh language. which is the reason why it got renamed to Conwy instead of Conway, which is what it, like I say, what it was originally called. The station is integrated pretty much almost with Conwy Castle, which is probably one of North Wales's most finest attractions when it comes to a bit of history and a bit of landscape and just a landmark. Maybe not landscape, but it's a landmark of North Wales. However, the landmark of North Wales has a pretty poor rail service, as it only services to Birmingham and Holyhead, as well as towards Shrewsbury and Cardiff. So, but again, it alternates quite a lot. Yeah, that's generally the station and the idea of what they do. Conwy is a request stop, so it is only served by, you know, you have to put your arm out like most stations we've been to today have been request stops. So yeah, Conwy's no different. Now Tay's been here before and said that you can actually access the other platform by the set of stairs over here.
No, I haven't confirmed that.
Well,
but it looks like it. I do believe you can.
it looks like it, but we don't know. We're going to find out.
Well, hopefully. It said the last transmission is 30 minutes before closure, which would have been at 5:30.
5:30, yeah. Yeah, never mind. It is what it is. This platform for Llandudno and Chester, and the other platform for Holyhead. So straightforward as you get. So the we're now going to head over and wait for our train, see if anything comes through during the wait we have here at Conwy. Also worth noting, the station during COVID was also closed due to social distancing reasons. So yes. Okay, coming in now is the 1826 service to Shrewsbury, and here we have 158, 838 and 839 again. This service is from Holyhead to Shrewsbury.
I'm trying to get up your bag and get the local door.
We'll update you when we get to Llandudno Junction. Okay, we've now reached Llandudno Junction. And more on this station and the train leaving in a minute. So it goes 158, 838 and 839 heading over sorry, excuse me, on the 1832 Transport for Wales service to Shrewsbury from Holyhead. Welcome to Llandudno Junction, the junction for the Conwy Valley line, which goes over to Festiniog. So you've got that there, and this station is a fairly more looked at, well, it's a massive island platform really. There is a third platform along here which isn't really used that much here at the station, but it's massive, wide open spaces. And also, fun fact, this is the busiest station in North Wales. Llandudno Junction has that for going for it as well. So yeah, more on this station as the clips come in, but the next station for us is Conwy, as we go on to the actual Llandudno section of the line, heading on the little branch line towards there. Okay, arriving at Llandudno Junction now is going to be our train, the 1841 Transport for Wales service from Festiniog to Llandudno, and it is a 153 on its own. It's 153 333.
I think the lights are broken.
Here is 153 333 to Conwy. It's stopping so far up the platform. Off to Conwy we go. Okay, we've now reached Conwy. Bit of a gap in the platform, but oh my word, the station is lovely. Right next to the coast. Can't get any better than that. This is a beautiful little station. So, back to the part now is 153333. I'm just going to go behind Tate as it heads off to go to Llandudno only. So originally, this is a fun story for you. Originally, 153333 was connected up with another 153 and was running over to Holyhead. Now those were the two 153s that passed us earlier. 15284 was on the Conwy Valley going to Blenheim and back. But basically what happened was there was a set swap. I'll tell you more in a minute, as here we have a 158 which is heading, I believe, to Manchester Airport. It's 158 826. I'll speak more in a minute. There goes 158826. That's heading, I believe, over to Manchester Airport from Llandudno. Either that or it's just going to Llandudno Junction. I haven't actually checked just as of yet.
If so, then that'll form our train back.
Yeah, if so it would, but let's have a quick look.
Also, fun fact, you can see Conwy Castle. And
yeah,
you can also
over
see
here you can get a view of Conwy Castle where we were not too long ago. Yeah, exactly.
And you can smell the sea.
Yeah, you can, which is always good. Right, so just more on what I was telling you about. So 15284 was on the Conwy Valley today. Basically what happened was there was a cancellation to a service. There goes a bus. It's a Daft Right Cadet, that one.
So the third one was Z.
So what happened? 15284 got to Llandudno Junction. The 153s arrived. They disconnected one of the 153s and they put the 150 on it.
Oh, we were on that double 153 earlier, weren't we?
No, we weren't.
Oh,
We were 150 and 153. So yeah, and the 153 that was with 15284 that went off to Cardiff in the end was 153329. And that, if you've watched my channel long enough, holds fond memories.
Not like a holy 153.
Was once my stalker train. Whilst I was banging on about that. Anyway, so this station, very important as well. Brought a lot of goods into the station. It used to be a good export. It was a place where export was used quite a lot in history, where a lot of freight trains would come over from the coal mines over at Blenheim and come over to the wharfs over here and send things off for export. Doesn't happen anymore, of course, but Ganway was massively important for that, but not anymore. Obviously it's just a request stop now. That's Ganway. It does get a very regular services to Manchester Airport and on the shuttle and to Blenheim all call here on request. Very scenic station, might I add. One of my favourites today. Right, slight confirmation on the facts about the station. So it wasn't a coal mine, sorry, it was a bunch of quarries at Blenheim, and they used to carry slate over here, and they used to go over to the wharfs over on the River Conwy for export. That was what it was. I thought it was something similar. It was either a coal mine or it was a quarry. I thought it was one of the two. Anyway, so as you can tell, this station does have semaphore signals. You won't see it from here because they're quite far down the platform, but they do have it, and it's more of an uncommon thing nowadays. There are areas where semaphore signals still exist. Now my question of the video for this one is, can you name another station that has that semaphore signal? Or actually, to make it even more interesting for bonus points, can you name a railway line that holds mostly semaphore signals? Doesn't have to be fully, but mostly. because there are a couple, I'm sure. Anyway, onwards we go. Llandudno's next. Okay, and here's our train. It is 175-103. Probably only our second 175 we've been on today, which speaks volumes, really. To Llandudno on this now. Second before last station of the day. So we're on a train, we're on the 175, and you know what time it is.
We missed it last week because Tate had COVID.
We missed it last week, but we're doing it this week. It's the dust test featuring the 175.
whatever. I would give it a pretty decent pass.
Passed the dust test.
There's still dust coming out, but barely any.
There's a tiny bit of dust, you can see that floating around.
I'm going to do rubbish responsibility.
But yeah, that's I'd say it's a good pass.
It's a pass.
Dust test. 10175.
We are now at
Here we are at the terminus. Llandudno station. Oh, right, semaphore signals still exist here as well. And as you walk down here, it's almost like a pathway in between the platforms. That's awesome. So many of these stations have so many unique designs, but this station building looks lovely. A proper coastal welcome. Well, proper welcome into a coastal town. Classic old coastal town of Llandudno. Station. Right, just to give you a quick idea. We're not here for very long, unfortunately, because we're a quick turnaround here due to a slight delay on the train. But the welcome into the station looks amazing. And yeah, that is Llandudno in a nutshell. The station has a lot of history. A lot of business was brought here, and ultimately when you look at it, yeah, so it was very good for the fishermen and farming industries. A lot of freight was brought here, and yeah, brought a lot of wealth into Llandudno when at a time when it really needed it. So yeah, you can tell how the railways were so important in North Wales, especially with freight. Not anymore because it's so different, but it used to be very important. Sorry we can't spend too much longer here, but the other services here are Blaenau-Festiniog and the Llandudno Junction shuttles, as well as a couple of services that would go over to Chester and onwards as well towards like Shrewsbury, but not often do they happen. And apparently Avanti West Coast are expanding here as well when the 803s come in. Sorry, the I don't know which ones they are. They're 8300s, let's just say that. When they come in, they are going to be expanding to Llandudno and Holyhead, obviously, and do Llandudno as well, which is going to be really good. So yeah, that's Llandudno. Onwards we go. The final station today is Rhyl. I'll update you when we get there. 175-103 will take us back to Rhyl, to Llandudno Junction even. Alright, we're now back here at Llandudno Junction. So now time to have a bit more of a look around this station, as we didn't earlier. But obviously we've talked about the station. There was one little bit I wanted to show you outside the station, which is where we're going to go next. But we're back here now. Right, the partner now is going to be 175-103, heading out over to Llandudno. I think. I'll take you in a minute. Right, now going out is 1928 to Llandudno. What's also going out is 15236. And that is off on the 1929 service to Holyhead. Now with that one, I'm a little bit curious as to where it came from, 15236. I'm really quick about this. That's gone from Maesteg to Holyhead. That is painful. And that one goes anyway. Yeah, right, onwards to Rhyl now. Okay, here's 175101 arriving now on the 1929 to Crew from Holyhead. Take this to Rhyl. Update you soon. Okay, we've now made it into Rhyl. Very wide open space here, and this station actually has ticket barriers. Wow, one of the very few that do. Okay, we'll see this train go out and go from there. Okay, going out now is 175101, heading over to Crew from Holyhead. Ouch. Coach A does not sound healthy, it must be said. Nor does it look healthy.
We'll reveal that later on.
Yeah.
We'll reveal it in the video before it reveals itself to any passengers.
Yeah, unfortunately that, yeah, we saw, yeah, it was a used nappy on the train. It wasn't very nice. Kind of made us, good job we were approaching Rhyl as we noticed it. What we didn't realise is that Tom's seat had it underneath it. Someone left it on the floor, pretty disgusting. Anyway, this is Rhyl. This station is massive in terms of the actual acres it takes up, but obviously it's got some what looks like old through tracks which were probably used, but the station retains now only 2 of its former platforms. 4 of them where it did exist, they were halved into 2, and the station has a very old Victorian entrance which we're actually going to go look at. Yeah, this is the last station that we have ticked off today. Obviously there's a couple of extra bits to include in the video at the end which we'll show you, including the finishing the video at Llandudno, because obviously that's where we're staying. So, and also arriving in, we've got an Avanti West Coast service which is heading to Holyhead. I think this one actually might be passing through or calling here. It's 221102. It's calling here. Heading over to Holyhead from Crew. That's the first Avanti West Coast service pretty much for the entire afternoon. There've been so many cancellations with them today due to problems with train crew. There's one there. That's the 1955 Avanti West Coast service to Holyhead. It is the unit that brought us in, 221102. So it's been very busy today, it looks like. There's that one. So there goes the 1957 Avanti West Coast service. I think it's the 1955 actually, it's a couple of minutes late. Service to Holyhead from Crew. Now, just speaking about Avanti, they've had a massive amount of cancellations today due to shortages of train crew, and it's been all over their network over the last week. It's been pretty poor. But yeah, and unfortunately not just railway companies but airlines and bus companies are all suffering from this problem. But bus companies maybe not so much, but airlines and railway companies definitely are. More railway companies than others. Airlines, obviously you're seeing it on the news a lot. So, fun facts about Rhyl. Okay, so So as of 2016, it's only the 2 platforms that were in use and a pair of engineers sidings, which must be a little bit further beyond the station because I certainly can't see them from here. And the station did have a signal box called the Rhyl #1 signal box, which closed in 2018, and everything then started becoming controlled from Shotton as it became a more sort of upgraded signalling program, and this was part of it. So yeah, there's like a red dot over there. You know, they've got LEDs and they've improved it a lot, so the signal box was made redundant. That's Rhyl in a nutshell. We'll see the entrance in a minute, and then we're going to head back and the video will finish shortly after a couple of extra bits. Okay, just back here at Rhyl now. I'm going to finish the video here. Bit of a planning error on my side, kind of mistimed everything, so we have to go back to Llandudno a different way now. It's been a bit of a mad day really, so I'm going to finish the video here. It's been a really good day actually, but I say it's been a mad day because right at the end I mistimed what time we were meant to be leaving here, and ultimately it kind of cost us, but you know, I can't always read the plan like always, so you know, what will happen, but you know, hopefully not so detrimental. We did manage to do everything we needed to do, barring Bangor of course, and that's a little bit frustrating, but it was a cancelled train. But I want to thank you all for watching today's video from North Wales. If you like what you've seen, please do like and subscribe and leave any comments because I will get back to them as and when I can, and any recommendations as well. It's been a really lovely day. The sun's out, sun's shining. It's been a fantastic day out in North Wales. Seen a lot of lovely stations, seen a lot of sort of old buildings, we've seen a lot of old architecture, learned a lot about the history of a lot of these stations as well, and ultimately the sun's out and we've seen a lot of the coast, and that was really nice. So you know, a really good day all around. Yeah, ultimately just now need to head back, and I'm gonna go stay in Llandudno now, go check into our hotel. So next episode of Every Platform is Devon, back on doing a Devon day range for the first time in nearly a year and a half, so that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.